Hello there. Today I'm going to go through the SunpacPlus stock system from the SunpacPlus accounting software. So let's start the program, and you'll see the splash screen followed by the login ID. Let me key in my credentials, and I'm greeted with a friendly welcome screen. And as you can see, you have the Explorer Lite or 3 menu on the left. So the inventory option is right at the top. Let me just expand it, and you see I have 4 sub menus: transaction, setup, inquiry, and reports. So I'm now in the transaction sub menu by the default, and I will go to the second option, setup, and the first thing I want to do is set up a stock item or an inventory item. So I'll click the first icon, stock, and I'm greeted with this screen. It has a main stock details screen, but it's overlapped in front by a search stock dialog box where I can search all the various stocks that's in the system which I've keyed in. And if I want to jump to any stock, for example, this is a list of uh, drugs in a clinic or pharmacy. So let me just click on this stock ID 31. I'll double click on another stock, and there is a dialog box showing that the stock below is below reorder level. Stock below reorder level alert. It says this stock is below reorder level by 3. Do you want to go to the purchase order screen to top up stock now? So not now. I'll do that later. So all the dialog boxes disappear, and I'm now in the main stock master screen. So let's go through one by one. It's on this another stock which I double clicked to zoom in just now, and this is the details tab. The first tab, I have my stock ID at the top, description, quantity in hand, on order, quantity committed, and reorder level, reorder, and also a useful screen or a useful text box: order every X day of the month. So I can order every certain day of the month, and the system will alert you. So below in the tab portion, I've got my category, my various tab category which will be set up for you. I've got a groups classification, and I've got several field items here. Basically for this particular drug stock item, it's a date purchase, expiry date, batch, poison management. Now this all can be customized according to your own requirements. All you need to do is go to the label there and just right click with the right mouse button. Use the right mouse button and click, and up comes a dialog box saying change field header. So I've got date purchase there, so I can change it to, for example, let me change it to color. That's a useful field, and I'll click OK, and voila, the field changes to text box which stores the stock's color. I can do that for every or for certain text boxes here. So I can have several shall we say user defined fields, And at the bottom here, I have my stock valuation method. It currently can value by FIFO, standard, and LIFO. Then I have my GST category. Uh, it has S standard rated, exempt, E, and zero rated. Then I have whether the stock is taxable and at what rate is the standard rated tax, which in Malaysia is 6%. And I have my unit price, and also I can view my cost information here, which is hidden. So in order to open that, I'll need to key in a password, which I'm doing at the moment. Okay, I can't remember my password at the moment. It has a default supplier, and again these are additional miscellaneous fields at the bottom here. Right at the bottom here, you have options to mark the stock whether it's slow moving, obsolete, or by default an active stock. Here you have the base and secondary units and the ratio to from base to secondary currency, so you can have multi-currency scrap value. And on the extreme right, we have warehouse or storage details for the stock, space required in cubic meters, the economic order quantity, average lead time in days, the net realizable value, NRV, turnover, shelf life, and all this manual page number. These are for stocks belonging to a certain association. So the next one is the bill of materials, or BOM, which allows you to use it in manufacturing or various other industries. And you can break down the stock into various sub-components. The third tab will be under price and cost, where you can set up different prices for different customers and different costs for different suppliers. The fourth tab, you have a picture of the stock item and details of who set up this particular record. Then you have the stock PO details, purchase order details, the stock parts, routes. These are all for manufacturing MRP purposes. And the graph of this is useful, a graph of the monthly sales of the stock for the whole year. And here on number 9, we have a list of sales, individuals sales item for the stock. So you can see a history of all the sales made for this particular stock. Close that, and number 10, you have the purchases, which is the same. All the purchases made for this particular stock item. And then you have the supplier, the customer names, a list of customers and suppliers who buy or sell this item. So that's your stock master screen, which is quite comprehensive, and we'll just key in a stock just to show you how to key in a stock. The first thing you need to do is click the new button, and you have to key in the password. And let me key in the stock ID as 9999 and key in it as an evaluation stock. I've got about 100 of these in my warehouse at the moment, and I'll choose a category, and you can see these three dots here. This allows you to go to this categories listing and set up new categories or edit current category descriptions, we want to change them. Same here. So I'll choose a group, which is finished goods. Color, remember we just changed this field at the previously. I say red, and all the various other information. Base units, I'll put it as pieces, and goods categories standard taxable at 6%, and that's it automatically keys in 6% for me, so I don't have to key in, but I can actually edit it if I want, and key in the price as 10 ringgit, and I guess that's it. Let's click the save button to save this particular stock ID 9999 evaluation stock. So several dialog box comes up saying, do I want to create a storage location for the stock? That's if I'm using a warehouse module and I want to monitor where the stocks are actually kept. So I'll just say no, and it says confirm save, stock ID 9999 has been saved. So that's great. Click OK button and I'll close this particular stock master screen. Now the next thing I want to do is go to the transactions sub menu, and I want to go to the purchase requisitions screen. Again, it opens up with a search listing, and I can just go on any rows. If there's more than one rows, I can click on that row and double click on that row again to go and zoom in to the particular details of that row. So here I have purchased requisition number 1 from the staff named guest user, and he has requested or made a requisition for item ID number 1, test stock for 1 item, which will eventually be processed by the purchasing department. So let me just show you how to again key in the purchase requisition. I just click the new button, and automatically it captures my name and ID. Requisition number is automatically generated according together with the date. So I can also key in my job number if this particular requisition is for a particular job or project. Transport mode, etc., delivered to locations are all available. I'll keep them blank. And you can see here, this is the main line items area. So the A is actually used for online approval when the form has been saved. So it will be used later. So I will go straight to the stock item. Now, in order to choose a stock, I can either choose it from the item description, or I can click the S button here. Just clicking this yellow square under the S, which stands for search or view stock. So I'll change it. It changes it to a button. I'll click again, and it opens up the search stock. So instead of keying in manually, it can be quite tiring. I can just select all the stocks that I have set up in the system, or all the stocks within the system, and choose the stocks that I want to request. And it's interesting to note that I can also quickly filter out the stocks that I want to view by probably just keying in the stock number or the description, and you can even key in partially. So I'll just key in a partial description and click find, and it returns 2 stock items, and the one that I want to request is the first one here, Bmoxy, 125 60 milliliters. So all I need to do is just double click on that or click select, and it'll bring me to the purchase requisition screen back again, and with all the details of that particular BMOXy stock that I've selected has been brought into the first line item here. It's a very intelligent system here. A dialog box has come up saying that do I want to confirm my stock request, because there appears to be stock already available in hand of 30. So it's saying that there are already 30 units of this stock available. Would you still like to go ahead with your PR request and request some more, which is that's absolutely astounding. So I'll just say yes, and it's saved that, and I can see the A button previously changes into a checkbox, so the approver can actually approve the item later. So that's it. I can just click the save button, and I can also print the requisition. You can see here, print this requisition. So I click the save button just now, and it says confirm save, requisition note 5782 has been saved, and I click OK. And let's have a look at print requisition. It says unable to print requisition, needs approval, which is uh, great. So it's quite secure. If it's not approved, you can't print it. Unable to print requisition form, the first approved by text box must be signed by an authorized personnel before this requisition can be viewed and printed. This purchase requisition requires approval. So I will just go here, which is the first approval text box, and you can actually have up to 3 approvals before the whole form has been approved. But now we are using just a single approval, and I'll key in my password in order to approve the screen, and as you can see, my name comes out there. So can I click save? And finally now I can print the requisition. So I've gone into the print requisition dialog box, and it says print requisition form to screen, or click no to print directly to the printer. So yes, I want to see the requisition form on the screen first. So I'll click the yes button. Remember, to print directly to the printer without viewing to screen, just click this no button, the second button. So I'll click yes, and